All right, let's move on to segment 3, and we're calling this one A Job So Easy, Maybe We Could Even Do It, Cedric. I don't know. News coming out this week that Jill Ellis, the coach of the U.S. women's soccer team, the ballyhooed U.S. women's soccer team, won the World Cup just a month or so ago. She is leaving the national team, and it's about a year to the Olympics, which will be the next major international competition for the U.S. women and for all the national teams. And so leaving that team without a head coach as they try to figure out what's next. Is this a problem for U.S. women's soccer, Cedric?
No, she's not playing. I mean, it's like, was it a problem for Phil Jackson when he had Shaq and Kobe early on? Was it a problem for Steve Kerr when the Golden State Warriors are healthy?
I guess Luke Walton coached the Warriors there for a while, so that worked out all right.
And he only lost like one game. He's like 28-1.
Yeah.
Just roll the ball out there and let Alex Morgan and Julie Ertz and Megan Rapinoe, just let them be them. And we got the best team in the world, men or women. And Jill Ellis said that she loves change. She's embracing the next step. She got her money. She's got the acclaim. She could probably write a book or two, do some commentary. Maybe she's tired of the grind. But as far as the team's concerned, it's all good, Jen.
Yeah.
They're going to win.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. Yeah, I mean, you look at what they did in the World Cup and what they did with a relatively new lineup. I mean, they had some familiar faces out there. Don't get me wrong. Alex Morgan, we've gotten to know her. Julie Ertz, who you mentioned, Cedric. But, Carly Lloyd, the star of the last World Cup for the U.S. women, she comes off the bench this time and, is used rather sparingly. Abby Wambach, she's gone. Hope Solo, she's gone. So the fact that they took such star power off that team and yet were still as dominating as they were tells you that right now the system is, the train is moving down the tracks at high speed, and Jill Ellis may be jumping off. It'll be interesting to see, do they try to bring someone from within the program? She obviously had multiple assistant coaches. Do they promote someone to keep the staff continuity so close to the Olympics, or do they go out and hire someone new? But I'm like you, Cedric. This seems like it is all systems go, even though the conductor changes. I think that it seems like the U.S. will still be the favorite heading into the Olympics, heading into probably any international competition that they might go into for the foreseeable future. And you mentioned Phil Jackson, you mentioned Steve Kerr. I mean, is coaching the U.S. women's soccer team, could that potentially be the easiest coaching job in all of sports? I mean, I guess it's not, without its pitfalls and perils, but is there anything easier than that?
I don't know, man. I know that every great team has to, the coach / manager has to massage some egos or whatever. But at the end of the day, talent wins. The most talented teams usually win. And if you can keep them from killing one another, like Phil was able to do with Shaq and Kobe before that thing disintegrated, great things can happen. So they've got great young players coming up. You mentioned Carly Lloyd. She's 36 years old, so they were able to bring her off the bench, and she can still get it. She can still play. So I think as long as you keep having the talent that keeps recycling itself into the program, good assistant coaches hopefully will become really good head coaches, and great players will win when it matters the most. So Olympics coming up. I got my USWNT banner ready. I'm ready to watch these ladies get busy once again.
Yeah, got your scarf going. Yeah, I think you hit on something that is absolutely the truth when it comes to jobs like this one. Whether it was Phil Jackson with those stars or Steve Kerr even in more recent memory with the Warriors, and now probably as you look around the NBA, you're going to see this having to happen more often with coaches, is managing multiple superstars at once. It becomes, part of your job is the X's and O's, but a lot of it is the psychology of the team. How's everybody getting along? How are they feeling about playing time and shot distribution, and is everybody moving in the same direction? And I do think that there was some of that Jill Ellis had to deal with this U.S. women's national team that went to the World Cup. There was talk that Carly Lloyd was none too, as one example, none too happy with not starting, with coming off the bench. And yet you never really heard or saw any of that get in the way. When Megan Rapinoe's comments about the White House came to light and caused such a stir, there was never a sense coming from her teammates that was a distraction to them, or they held it against Rapinoe in any way. So, whether you agree with that or not, what she said, the fact that the team was able to continue on, I think that says as much about Jill Ellis and coaches like her of those teams with such super dynamic stars, that they have to manage the people as much as the play on the field. So lots of times, you're not so much dealing with what are the X's and O's as you are, how's everybody handling this moment. And said, I don't know about you, but that takes a special skill set. But yet I think about, the college coaches that we deal with at some of these, major college programs that have to deal with recruiting and boosters and NCAA rules, and then they got to go out and win, games. To me, the college level is way more difficult because of all of the different pieces than the pro level. I know, again, it's a different set of issues, but I think when you talk about hard coaching jobs and easy coaching jobs, seems to me like those college coaches, they got a lot that they got to manage.
Cost of school.
Yeah.
The ones that actually go to class, the ones, and it's the ones that don't go to class is that's when the work comes in.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to talking to Cliff Kingsbury and asking him, how's it been not having to worry about recruiting and classes and final exams and midterms and stuff like that? Now you just got to win football games. Oh, wait, I got that wrong. He didn't have to win, and he still got an NFL job. My bad.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that one goes. I don't know how long they'll let him stay in Arizona if he doesn't win a few more games than he won at Texas Tech, but who knows? We'll see. All right, that's it for the Writer's Block this week. Be sure to come back and join us again next week. More talk about football, basketball, all the sports you love. Join us then. Thanks a lot.